25 Creedmoor is fast becoming one of the most popular cartridges for not just small game, but targets as well. Gavin has done some extensive testing with hand loading involving this custom rifle he built. But what if you don't have the time or the money to spend on reloading? I'm going to show you some new offerings from Hornady that help make your life easier. Let's go take a look. Hi, I'm F-Class John for Ultimate Reloader, and we are talking about 25 Creedmoor. And before we get into the offerings from Hornady, let's talk about why 25 Creedmoor is becoming so popular. You, of course, have 6 Creedmoor, and that has been very popular, but can be a bit of a barrel burner for those that are shooting steel or target matches, stuff like that. And then we have the venerable 6.5 Creedmoor, which is a fantastic round, but for anybody trying to follow trace on their rounds, whether it's hunting or in target situations, it can be a bit of a challenge with the recoil. 25 Creedmoor helps bridge that gap with less recoil than the 6.5, but the bullet traceability of the 6 Creedmoor. And I think it's really important to understand that as Hornady put out these rounds down here, you're going to see they covered both target and hunting applications so that everybody has a chance to take advantage of this great little round. Let's talk about the rounds that we have here that are from Hornady. First of all, we have the ELDX, which is going to be a fantastic all-around hunting bullet, big expansion bullet, fantastic for, anything from small to medium game. We, of course, then have the ELD VT, which is their newer varmint bullet. Again, high BCs, but really designed for some of that slightly longer range, smaller game penetration and expansion if you're going after that. We then have the CX bullet, which is going to be a solid copper bullet and a little bit different than your lead core bullets. And there are going to be applications where that's something you're really going to want to look at. And then, of course, more in my ballpark is going to be the ELDMs, which are the match bullets. They're going to be, ultra high BCs, thinner jackets, really designed for that high accuracy at longer distance, whether it's 600,000, any of your PRS type matches on steel, stuff like that. Now, this is a custom rifle that Gavin put together, and it's what we use to do all of our testing with. And we, of course, have this, preloaded ammo from Hornady in a wide range of weights. But really what's important to remember is that a gun like this can also really benefit from custom loads. And Gavin did a great job of showing that, especially with some A-tips that he did that were under 1/2 inch on his groups. And I think that is a great place to be. But it's not always practical to have to hand load for, especially a hunting trip or maybe a match on the go where you just want to be able to grab something and be able to use it effectively. And with the factory ammo, we're going to start off with the ELDXs. First off, Guy has had a chance to go out and hunt, and he has actually taken some really nice animals with those. Gavin also had a chance to do some really good gel testing with them, and you can see from the results here, they really give solid expansion and really combine that with the penetration, you're going to get the results you're looking for in a hunting bullet. When it comes to the ELD VTs, the guy's done a lot of testing on those. I know he hasn't had a chance to do any varmint hunting with them yet, but he is very excited to get out and actually use those. When it comes to the CXs, Guy, again, as our lead hunter, has had a chance to take a really nice bear with those. And I know he was very excited to see how those solid coppers worked under those situations. And of course, we have multiple videos showing these ELDMs, not only for target shooting, but also in a head-to-head hunting bullet competition where we saw how they reacted to a gel test. I think overall you can see there's a nice offering of bullets here. There should be something for everyone, no matter what you're looking to use. Let's see what they can do out at 100 yards. Now, first off, we started with the ELDXs, and you can see we're shooting a nice 5-round group here, and they shot really nicely, and we pulled in our first group at 0.54 inches, and our second group at 0.6 inches for a group average of 0.57. I think for a hunting round out of the box, that's really good. The next thing we shot were the ELD VTs. They also shot pretty well. Our first group was just under an inch at 0.98. Then we had a 0.75 for a combined 0.87. The CXs, to be honest, we had a little bit of trouble with. They shot a little bit bigger. They obviously did not like this rifle as much as some of the other rounds, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But our first group was 2.02 inches and 2.7 inches on our second group for an average of 2.36. And then we wrapped it up with the ELDMs, bringing in a 0.74 inch group and a 0.6 inch group for an average of 0.67. Now, the first thing I want to show you is the velocities from each of these as well. You can see the ELDXs had an average of 2927, which is about 80 feet per second over the published loads. Keep in mind, all of these rounds from the factory are shot over a 24-inch barrel length, whereas we were shooting a 28-inch barrel length, and that definitely can have a difference in powder burn, harmonics, and other things that can affect what the groups are going to look like. The ELD VTs then came in at 3313, which again was around 60-ish feet per second over published. We had the CXs, which came in at 3255, almost 100 feet per second faster. And again, I would kind of expect a little bit of difference there because we're talking about a solid copper bullet versus a lead core bullet. They're going to react a little bit differently because of bearing surfaces and things like that. And then we have the ELDMs, which were at 2869 compared to a published 2800. Again, about 70 feet per second over the published rates. Let's follow up real quickly on the CX bullets. As you saw, they were a little bit over 2 inches. And of course, as anybody would, we wanted to find out what we could do to possibly help with that. Was it the rifle? Was it us? Whatever was going on. So we reached out to Hornady. We said, hey, here's the results we're getting. We're getting sub-inch groups with all of the other ammo. We're getting over 2-inch groups with the CX. Help us out here. And they said, well, first off, understand we were shooting a 24-inch barrel. You are shooting a 28-inch barrel. That's going to cause some velocity differences, especially because the CX ammo is using spherical powders with solid copper bullets. That is going to lead to some differences in how they perform in barrel length. But the more important thing is understanding that this is a great example of why anybody, whether it's a factory rifle or a custom rifle, should be testing different types of ammo to find out what shoots best for them. But when we went back and talked to Hornady about it, they said, well, let us look at our data. In fact, we are averaging just under 1 inch with the CX ammo out of our 24-inch gun. See what you can do with maybe a different option on the barrel. So we took the suppressor off. We went back out. We did a little bit of shooting. And in fact, without the suppressor, which will change harmonics a little bit, we were getting right about 1.2 inch, which was right at the top end of any of Hornady's results. So that did make us feel a little better that with the right combination, that CX is going to perform right to Hornady's standards. After our 100-yard testing, it was time to go have some real fun out at some distance. So we headed up to the Ultimate Reloader Ranch long-range shooting area and had our fun with the steel targets. The first target we went for was out at 706 yards. Now we shot this the way that I'm used to shooting, which is prone. We were shooting off of a bipod with just a pillow sack in the back.
That's it, baby.
And really happy to say that we calculated our dope. I held a little bit towards left edge of target and had first round impact with some really great follow-up shots. Gavin obviously took his turn at the same target and was able to get successive impacts as well. Once we were comfortable at 706 yards, it was time to go for good old Harold out at 1,390 yards. Now, that is the furthest target here at the Ultimate Reloader Ranch, and that is about a 4-foot-tall rock chuck that happens to be wearing a gold chain. Now, that was from the Rock Chuck Olympics that you might have watched here, and it's probably the target that we love trying to shoot at the most. So we threw some dope on there. Gavin laid down to take the first shot and absolutely killed it with a center hit right off the bat, followed up with a couple more.
Yeah.
It was my turn to get behind the gun. Now, honestly, the wind had picked up a little bit from the time that Gavin had shot. I went off target right a little bit, made a correction, and got a couple really great successive hits on it, and I was really happy about that. Now, we had shot the longer range stuff in the prone position, and to be fair, that's where I'm really comfortable shooting, but Gavin challenged me to get out of my comfort zone and try shooting off of a bag on the back of our side-by-side. So we looked at the rock chuck that was out at 336 yards.
Oh, holy shit, I hit it! Thank you and good night.
And you can see here, I'm lined up behind it on a bag. And this is a position that I really struggle with. I'm not great with positional shooting. I don't do well with bags typically. And let me tell you, you can see the look on my face when I hit that thing on the first shot. I followed up very quickly with a couple more, and I was feeling really good about this. We finished up at a slightly closer target, about 190 yards, but this was shot off traditionally what I struggle with the most, which is a tripod. Now, I know some people shoot better off a tripod than bags. As bad as I am on bags normally, I am horrible on a tripod, but Gavin said, you got to get this done. So I lined up behind it, but before we did that, we decided that we would throw in some of those ELDXs, the hunting rounds, and see what we could do with those instead of strictly shooting the ELDMs. Now you can see here, it took me a minute to get comfortable behind the gun, but once I did, I had a first round impact and followed it up with a couple really great shots. The ELDXs really shot great at the 190-yard target, and you see that Gavin doing what he does best, which was nailing that target as well. So we were really happy to show the ELDMs and the ELDXs at different distances, really getting the job done. I've never shot 25 Creedmoor before. I had an absolute blast. It followed up with everything I'd been told, low recoil. I was watching my trace. I could see the impacts. It allowed for faster follow-up. And that was whether I was shooting the ELDXs or the ELDMs. I had a blast with it. And I think that should really leave a lot of people confident that no matter what your need is, the Hornady ammo off the shelf is going to get the job done. With that, I hope you're able to get out, have some fun at the range, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're watching Ultimate Reloader on TV and want to take advantage of free resources, exclusives, and hot deals, just hold your camera phone up to the QR code, tap on the link, fill out the information, boom, you're getting Ultimate Reloader emails. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. Thanks again for watching.